Hello and welcome to another webisode of Keeping Up with Jim. As many of you know, we've recently come out with the Agents of Change book. This is a blueprint on rethinking marketing strategies for insurance agencies. And we have created this series of webisodes where we're focusing on one chapter at a time. We're diving into the obstacles that the main character of the book, Jim, agency owner of Wakefield Insurance, we're diving into the obstacles that he's been encountering and then also the solutions that he's found helpful in helping to take his agency to the next level. So in this webisode, we're going to focus on chapter 2. So let's see what's going on with Jim. So Jim's obstacles: poor brand representation. He does not have a strong digital presence, and he's unable to take advantage of word of mouth. Well, period. Word of mouth. Now, Jim was under the impression that as long as he had a website, a platform where people can connect with him, that was enough. And that was the case several years ago, but times have changed. Now consumers are researching, they're Googling. If they hear about your agency from one of their family members, one of the first things that they're gonna do is hop on their computer and Google your agency. Now, what you need to have is a very professional, trusted brand. Your agency, your website, online must reflect the services that you're able to provide to your customers, because that is exactly what they're going to take away from it. That is exactly what your prospects are going to take away from your web presence. If they hop onto your website and they see that it's outdated, they see fuzzy images, they see that there's errors in the grammar, they're going to automatically associate that branding with your service level. And we know that that's not the case. You can be the best serving agency in the world, but what I'm getting at is you need a way to show that to the public. Now, just to elaborate a little bit more, I have a theory. So based on the branding alone of these two websites, which would you consider contacting first? Option A, Global Insurance, or option B? Now, obviously, you can't tune in and respond, but I want you to think to yourself, really look at these closely and think about which one you would probably contact first, because this is the same way that your customers or prospects are going to be looking at your agency when they're comparing you to the competitors in the area. Now, let's switch gears. Jim met with his marketing guru, and he was just advised on how powerful having a strong digital presence can be. So he met with a web developer, he met with a graphic designer, and he was able to create a brand new website, and as you can see on my screen, a wonderful new logo. Now, it did take quite a bit of money, and it did take some time, but Jim got it done. Now he had a better, more professional, trusted brand that people could locate online. When it comes to Agency Marketing Machine, we pride ourselves in handling all of the marketing efforts for every single one of our clients. So I'm going to show you a few examples of what we do. Now, when it comes to the creation of the website, of the business cards, of the logos, so much more, the entire branding, that is entirely on us. And we work with you to create a brand that's going to represent and convey the messages that you want people in your community to accept, to come across. Now, it just takes us 30 days to come up with everything and more. And I have a few examples that I like to share with you. So here are a few of our clients' logos. As you can see, every single one is different. And that's because every person is different, and so is every agency. You all have your own personality, so we work with you to create something that's going to represent exactly who you are. But we don't just stop with the logo. We totally brand your social media platforms: Google, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. These are some of the examples of the branding. You'll see the cover images and also the profile images as well. Now, as far as the websites, I have a few live examples that I'd like to share with everyone. But before I do, here are some exciting features. These are just some of the features that come with our websites. Quote forms. This is an example of what it'll look like on an iPhone. And one of my personal favorites is retargeting. So retargeting is a very popular marketing strategy used to constantly stay in front of prospects, customers, and basically anybody that's visited your website within the last 30 to 60 days. So as you can see on my screen, this is actually Dallas News website. And I was strolling, reading through some articles when I came across one of our clients' ads at the bottom, Chad Lincoln, and his focus on life insurance, tying into the life insurance calculator, which is something we'll get into in a later webisode. But this is a great example of what retargeting does. Once anybody visits your website and they leave and they continue surfing, they're going to continue to see various ads of your agency on all of these different websites, just reinforcing your brand and keeping you on top of mind. Now, as I promised, I do have a few of the websites we created for our clients that I like to share with you. And here's one. We like to use lots of images, taglines, photos, and more. Every website is going to be customized to your preferences. Again, the message that you're looking to convey, and it's filled with testimonials, concierge programs, community involvement, press pages, and more. As you can see at the top, we have a number of different slides available. Now scroll a little bit through this one as well. And last but not least, the content is all on us. The content is all written by Agency Marketing Machine, so it's going to be unique to your agency. We'll scroll through some of the features within the actual website. Here's community involvement. Here's an in-depth look at what our famous community cause programs look like. Here's an example of the rewards tracker. So neat fact, on every website we create, we have something called the rewards program, and it's designed to track all the referral information that comes into your agency, as well as the amounts of referrals that every staff member is generating on a monthly basis, which allows us to coach your team as well. All right, so let me pop back out. So that's it for this webisode focusing on branding of the Chapter 2 in Agents of Change book. Please be on the lookout for the next coming webisode. It should be out in just a few days, and feel free to share with your friends, your agency, family members, and more. Until next time, I'm Adrian. I'll see you again soon.